Hello friends, it's Julie, and today we are doing the What Sold for July, and as you can see it's going to be a theme again, and the theme here is Montana and the West basically. So I've gathered up the postcards sales that I sold of Montana and kind of related to Montana. I love this quote by Steinbeck, "I'm in love with Montana. For other states I have admiration, respect, recognition, even some affection. But with Montana it is love. And it's difficult to analyze love when you're in it." I live in Montana, by the way. I like to sell Montana postcards. Okay, we're going to start with Bob Bowden, cowboy, bucked off Mexico. So it's a bucking horse, it's a linen card, and I did it a close-up here. And this is the full view, and I don't do that anymore, make the little close-up squares. It just doesn't seem like it matters, but let me know if you think it does. So this was actually Cleveland, Ohio, but sent to Oklahoma. Bucking horses, you know, are very much a Western thing. And speaking of, cowboy leaving bucking Bronco, Mustang. Try to get all those keywords in there as much as I can. And just imagine being the photographer back there getting this. And here is the back, and then we have the front, which is a white border card on Union Pacific, which is a rail line. So always try to put that in there. And of course I didn't. So that went for $3.97. That's an older card though. Okay, here is another one, Fight Over the Waterhole. This is by Frederick Remington. I told you I don't do this anymore, these little zoom-ins, but the first three are the older ones that I did do zoom-ins of, and there's a full picture. And the back, and this was actually from Colorado. All right, next up we have buffalo or bison, what do you call them, grazing in Montana. This is from a calendar in Great Falls. And here is where it says that, and it is a divided back. So we have like a few hundred buffalo on a neighbor's ranch. It's kind of fun to watch them. So that was $10.97. We've got real photo postcard of a cattle roundup in Montana. And there it says Montana Cattle Roundup. It's probably eastern Montana by the look of it. It's a Kodak, so it's newer. 1947 for that one. Hellgate Canyon Gateway Missoula drug. It's not a gateway drug. It's postmarked in Bonita, Montana, which I looked it up because it didn't sound familiar and it's kind of a ghost town, so I put that on the description and it went for $5.97. Branding on the Range, and this is Chinook, Montana, Chassis Morris, Charles E. Morris. And here's the back, it's undivided. Here's where it says Chassis Morris, Charles Morris. $9.47, and these are quite popular postcards. Cook City Street View. This is a linen, and you can see Kodak and Walgreens. Look at that old Walgreens store, cafe. And here's the back. It was sent from Gardner, and $5.97. And he did put Kodak and Walgreens on the back. A Billings High School scrapbook, and this was from one of the estate sales that I went to either last summer or this summer, and this is the lady who it belonged to, and here are some of her friends and autographs and her program, and I just love this image. This is really cool. That would be really nice as a framed picture. Some other things, so that one went out the door for $49.97 plus shipping. Here's a underground station in Butte, and it is not in great condition, but it wasn't a common view, so that one went for $7.97 because you see in the corner that it's missing some, but they knew it and they haven't returned it. So Belle of the Plain, Cowgirl Racing a Horse, and this is this is by Reynolds, and I've had like 3 of these and they've all sold. My dog is whimpering at me. Okay, so that one went for $5. Virginia City, Montana, and there are so many Virginia City, Montana postcards that I just normally put it in my antique booth because I don't really want to list them. This is a little different, and that went for $4.97, which is not bad. We have colorful Indian teepees in the west. This is in the border between Wyoming and Montana, and it is a linen. There you go, and it went for $4.47. Cowboys putting on a pack horse, and this is another Chassis Morris one right here, Great Falls, Montana, and it was from Big Fort Worth Fort Worth, okay. Anyways, 1912 is when it was postmarked and went for $10. Then Downtown Skyline in Helena, Montana. This is another chrome. Probably looks different today. I know it looks different today. Somebody wanted to get 75 cents for it, and I got $5.97. So a dash for the timber, and this is another Remington, and this was in color. This was a chrome, and it is unposted, and this is actually in Fort Worth, Texas, but you know, I'm including all the cowboys here today. So that went for $5. And we have a state map, ranges and rivers in Montana, and this is a modern chrome. I actually picked this up this summer on one of my trips, and I liked it because it shows a lot of these little mountain ranges that some of the big maps don't, because a lot of people don't think that these are mountain ranges, but technically they are. Like the Bull Mountains, it's like, where are they? They're just like big buttes, but no, they actually are mountains. So that one, I probably picked it up for less than 50 cents, and it went for $3.97. Muscle Station in Montana, and that's in western Montana. Really cool old station with the log cabin, the depot, and so that was postmarked to South Dakota. It was sent to 1997. Sealy Lake from Double Arrow Lookout, Swan Valley, another thing in the west because that's where all the nice mountains are, and it's just nice. It's a rounded corner chrome. Sealy Lake. I mean, on its own, it doesn't look like much, but you know, went for $4.97. I'm going to add here that I mentioned before that I don't price my Montana postcards low, because I know there's probably some people who sell this for $2 or $3, but I have a kind of a standard that I hold to with the Montana postcards, because that's what I want to specialize in, and I want to hold the line on the value. So that's something that we might talk about later, about how to price things, how to hold the value, and not the race to the bottom. There are some of like non-Montana ones that I will price lower, or you know, on the average of what people price, but I tend to price mine a little bit up, and maybe you know, they will sit there a little longer, but I also want to give make them more valuable. So anyways, that's my take on it, and feel free to ask me questions about it. Yellowstone, 2 bears in a tree, and that is a white border, I believe, and there is the bears in the tree. It's unposted, Bloom Brothers, and that went for $3.97. Lake in Blue Paradise Group in Gallatin National Forest. I think that's near Bozeman. Another, you can see the texturing, so it is a linen postcard. There's the back. It went for $3.97. Federal Building, this isn't exactly in Montana, but this is really fun because it was sent from Sheridan, Wyoming to Sheridan, Montana. Did you even know there was a Sheridan, Montana? A few years back, I had a really good dairy with all these gourmet cheeses. Too bad I can't have them anymore. So there is the post office and courthouse, and here is going to Sheridan, Montana. That was really cool. And this is a different stamp, so I don't know if that was worth more too. So that went for $7.97. Usually courthouses don't go for more than $4 for me. Silhouette of Butte, Montana, postcard, Mine Gallus frame, Loretta's studio. So here's the gallows or gallus frame, and you know, just a beautiful sunset in Butte. It is unposted, and here is Loretta's studio in Butte, which I believe is no longer there. So that went for $5.47. Avalanche Lake and Glacier National Park. So here is the lake and the mountain. Somebody wanted 69 cents for this one, and I sold it for $4.97 plus shipping. Bucking Bronco, Texas Rodeo. Yeah, I know it's Texas, but it's still cowboys and bucking horses. And that is another linen one. And this one was sent from Texas in 1947. And I got $5.40 with free shipping, so it's an older one. Minerva Terrace in Yellowstone National Park. And this one is not a linen. It is a lithograph divided back. And that went for $4.47 free shipping. And someday I'm going to change all those free shippings to not, but it also gives me a clue as to how old they are. And the last one is the aerial view of the switchbacks between Red Lodge and Cook City. Actually, this is the switchbacks coming out of Red Lodge. This is the first part, and we actually drove down this way. There's a really nice trailhead down there, but yeah, I love this drive. We just did this a few weeks ago. I got to drive up it this time, do the drive-in, and $5.97. And just to give you a little a sneak peek at Montana. This is one of the photos I took at the top. It's my place. It's the place I love. It makes me happy. It's peaceful. We got to see right here. You can't see them. These are mountain goats. You could see them better, of course, in real life. But Montana, it is love. So that is my theme for this month. These are the ones that I got from Montana. Let me know about the pricing, and if there's something that you like to specialize in, or you just do a broad amount, I would love to hear about that. The thing about Montana is that Montanans love Montana. Other people like Montana. Other countries like Montana. And because it's that unspoiled beauty. Of course, now we've gotten like mega growth, so that's changing, unfortunately. But, you know, in Montana, there's still going to be wide open spaces. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this little tour of my state, and I hope you have a joyful day. Goodbye.